Welcome. This is the Day Trading Options Daily Review for July 17th, 2015. I'm Scott. He's Alan. We're talking about 10% in 10 minutes. A lot better than you can get at the bank, a lot better than you can get just about anywhere, I would think. And the trick is to be consistent with it. And if you look back, you will see that we have a lot, last 4, 5, 6 months worth of almost everyday videos showing exactly this. So make sure you subscribe, the little subscribe button, bottom right hand corner, and in the descriptions we've got links to our courses, and when you take the courses you get 1 month free of the software, so you can kick the tires, try it out, learn how to use the software properly, learn the strategies properly, and be successfully trading like our other students are. So with that said, Alan, it's July 17th that we're looking at today. What happened?
Well, it started out as a kind of a flat day in the sense that the market was up, down a fair bit if you look at the aggregate, which is important. But the more unusual thing is that there was quite a few stocks that gapped up. And, you know, people have said, well, and we talked a little bit about yesterday, where there's people that want to make more than 10% in 10 minutes. You know, there is realistic limits to the financial worlds, and the fact that we can even do this is quite an achievement. But anyways, I'm going to just mention that if you're looking to make more, there's a few strategies that we do teach, and one of them is that paying attention to the stocks that gapped. Now here, PCLN gapped up overnight about $12, and I'm just gonna show you that it's on the main list here. We don't show the main list very often just because it's a little overwhelming for people that go, what's that? But here is the close to open gap ratios, and so it says here that PCLN gapped up $12. That's fairly significant. But even more amazing is Google and Google, which is the same underlying stock. They split the shares a while back, and $70. So if you're looking for a bucking bronc for a wild ride, there's your baby right there. And I'm just going to put that away, and we're going to talk about these two and look at them. And we have talked about gap strategies before, but this one is looking pretty good as a setup. It's moved up. We're not going to teach gap strategies here, but I'm just going to hit the old buy button now, and we're just going to go forward 1 minute. It's up 25%. Now, because the market's a bit red, it's liking red better. You can hang into this thing, and you got to know which ones to hang into and which ones not, and how long and all that. But I just want to talk about the fact that, yeah, you can make more than 10%, but it's not just I'm going to start today and I'm a genius at it now, but you can do it. That's the amazing part. You've got all the tools, and you know what to look for. We're telling you, it's like, did it gap? That's your clue. What was the pre-market trading range? Well, you can turn that on. We've got that available too. But here I'm just going to go forward. Now it's up 50% on that option. And you had time to get in. You had the signal. This is our standard set of rules. You had signal color. The market was generally with you at that time. Now it's a little bit red, but you're already in the trade. So you might want to just get out of the thing and take your 50%. So I'm going to just do that. And then we'd say, well, because you got a blue star and all that, you could ride it if you want. So what happens? Well, it keeps going. And then because it's a gapping thing, this is what gapping stocks do, is you see how it's up and down and all over the place. I'm moving forward very quickly. And if you wanted to, you can practice getting good at all that. And then you'd know that, well, yeah, that's a decent time to get out. You got red signal. So, and then you're crossing the mag line. These are standard things we teach. So that would have been a really good stock. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go look at the big boy today. And this is, this when the market opens, but you also know during pre-market that this stock was going to be moving well. I'm talking about Google. So if I look at the daily candles, So this is, each one of these is a day. This blue box is the pre-market trading range. So yesterday it closed here at like 600 and whatever dollars, and then it opened up here at 680. It's huge. So from 600 to 680 essentially. Something's going to happen here, and it's going to be a big day for the thing, even though it's gone nuts and gone too far from some perspective. I do know one of our coaches made money on this stock because he loves gaps. That's his thing. So we're just going to look at it, and then, okay, now we got signal color, we got the blue star. Should I buy it? Well, you see, that's the beauty of the replay, is you can practice, and we like it that you practice so that you go, okay, what happened? Oh, I started losing money right there, 12%. Yeah, well, did you look at everything? Well, yes, no, but it's a gap, so maybe I'll make a fortune. So that's the thing you do, is that you practice like that, and you don't just zip forward like I did. You would test your rules and say, okay, I would have got out of here because it did this. So how would I have stayed out of that thing? What do I need to know? Like, Alan, can you give me some coaching on that? Well, okay, let's just say you got out here somewhere, okay, just for fun. But here is, remember we say the first hour can be kind of rough. Well, now I've got signal color. Now I got two kinds of signal color. I already know that this thing wants to go up because it already did. This is the safer trade. Aha, that's right. Little things. We just teach you some little things, and all of a sudden you could be making more money. So I hit the buy on the call. Let's see what happened. Oh, I'm up 11. Oh, 20. Wow. But my point is, let's look at a little bit, is that I've got this signal color here. This, you can see that tint that's wrapped around that one. And I had this signal color, the green one. I had those telling me that this was a decent trade. And if we go back to that time, what was the market doing? Well, the market at that time was green, and then it got greener right here, which is when we got in. So it's telling you. It's not like we have to figure all this stuff out. It's not mystery stuff. Anyways, I think we had another good trade here in the afternoon. Let me just go look at that. So again, it's a question of, well, waiting for it to tell me. So this is the point that I wanted to look at, is right here. Right there. That's when you see you got this one tint with this other tint. You got both below a previous low. The market is kind of reddish, but we were looking for red trade out of this thing. So this was a good setup. You could have got in on this one too, but at that time the market was a little bit more green than red. So it's not likely to run long. But here we had a little bit more red going on. So I already hit the buy, and let me just bring that up. There you go. So I already hit the buy on the put side here. So we're going to go forward. You're up 6%. It might bounce off of SB. Well, at SB, you see it's 10%. So, just take it. That's your standard trade on a kind of a standard day. And these things are available. Did it keep going? Well, yeah, you could have made more. Not interested. Little bursts of profit, or if you get good at it, which is completely doable, you can grab the bigger runs. So I showed you two gaps, and there's a lot of gaps lately. So we got in and got out of that one. That was just a kind of a dummy trade. But here, PCLN was 50% in 2 minutes. Why? Because it's a gap. The market but was behind it. Here's another one, 17 minutes, 39%. And, more standard one, 2 minutes, 10%. But we're looking for agreement from the market, and just your standard indicators here, and a little bit more confirmation, like how we're doing versus yesterday. And that's pretty well it for this day.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. So we made 54% in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
3% in 20 odd minutes. And then in 17 minutes made 40%. And then we made 10% in 2 minutes. So a little all over the board there. which is kind of exciting. But these are some of the days that you can have. We like to over deliver and under promise. So we're just focusing on 10%. But I'm sure if you were trading and you basically made 50% on your money in 2 minutes, you would not be complaining. And that's basically our philosophy. Hope you join us. We'd really love to have you along for the ride because it's a lot of fun. And hopefully you can tell we have a lot of fun. So bottom right-hand corner, make sure you subscribe. We're up to 63 subscribers. We're so excited about that. We've just started asking people to subscribe, and they're starting to do it. And in the description below, we've got our 3 courses. Make sure you take those. Check out the software, www.wavesofprofit.com, and let's get you out of the rat race. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Thank you, Alan, for another excellent presentation, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.